First off, sorry for recording in such a ghetto area. I'm in my garage right now. We just moved locations and it's a little messy inside. I've got to organize a little bit, then I'll be able to make some videos inside. If you don't know who I am, my former YouTube username was Dylanisftw. Dylan is for the win. I've had that username for quite some time, but now there's a few different people that have the exact same username pretending to be me on YouTube, because I went viral a few months back, and it was for all the wrong reasons. So the Angry Grandpa show, well, Angry Grandpa and Michael and his family and myself, we had a little beef a few months back, and some harsh words were said back and forth, and I got pretty butthurt about it, and I uploaded a video calling their channel completely fake. And it is completely fake. I'm not going to take that comment back. In return for uploading that video, they slammed me. They tried to put the nail in the coffin. I've got flies flying over my fucking face and shit. So I went over to Angry Grandpa's house. Freaking flies. I went over to Angry Grandpa's house and I had a lot of fun. We recorded some videos together. They whored out my YouTube channel, got me a bunch of views and subscribers and so on and so forth. And then about a month and a half went by after visiting Angry Grandpa's house, and he didn't contact me. Actually, I called him about 10 times grand total. He wouldn't respond. So I was on Facebook, and I had his grandkids, actually one of his grandkids, added on my Facebook, and I messaged him saying like, hey man, what's up? How come your grandpa doesn't want to talk to me anymore? Did they do something wrong when we came over and visited? So after I called, there was no answer. So I asked his grandson, like, oh, he didn't answer this time or what? And he said, no. He said that annoying kid and that stupid chink are trying to call me again. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, where did that come from? I did not do anything to him. I mean, we had a great visit over at his house. I did not know where this came from. But you don't talk shit about somebody's old lady. You know what I mean? If you got a girlfriend, you will protect her. No matter what. No matter what anybody says, you got that person's back. So in return for calling my girlfriend a chink, I uploaded a video calling them fake. And then from that, it just completely escalated into another situation. So a bunch of words were said back and forth, and it just escalated higher and higher and higher. You know how an argument works. When you talk shit about somebody, then they're like, oh, I'm going to punch your face. Then, oh, I'm going to punch your face. And it's just a fucky argument. And, yeah, man, it escalated quite a bit. So how did it get to that point? Like, what happened? Basically, I've known Angry Grandpa for 5 years. I originally met him on one of his live events. He had somebody telling him that he was going to go over to his house and slit his throat and this and that, and I stuck up for Angry Grandpa. I managed to get the guy's phone number, his home address. We ordered him pizza and a couple of escorts. I'm not going to lie, I've done some shady shit online. I've ordered pizza to people's houses, and I've ordered a few escorts to people's houses too. I can't lie about that. And Angry Grandpa himself has assisted me in that, in doing that, and same with Mike. He has done it too. I mean, I'm not the only guilty one here. The things that I have done, Mike and Angry Grandpa, Charles Green, have done those exact same things. But they wanted to pin the blame on me. They made up these stories inside of these exposing videos of me, like I was just some random stalker that came to their house and I was not welcome there. They just brought me there to shut me up and blah 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 blah. No man, like that's not even the story whatsoever. Like Charlie Green, the oldest Green kid, Mike's brother, Charles Green's son, like Angry Grandpa's son. He was talking to 13, 14, and 15-year-old little girls that were fans of the Angry Grandpa show, asking for nude pictures, and Angry Grandpa himself sent me after his own son in order to stop him from doing that, because they couldn't. Another example of things that they got me to do, and I was more than willing to do this because I was just the biggest fanboy of this family, and, you know, I regret it now most definitely, but, you know, like, I was such a fanboy. I wanted a shout out. I wanted to get millions of views, and, you know, now that I got millions of views calling me a stalker and an extortionist, I got what I wanted, right? Not really, but yeah. Another thing that they wanted me to do was get Tina Danforth, you know, that fat chick that's in their videos, and they yell back and forth at each other. Well, she's a pill dealer and a pot dealer, and I had to get her away from Angry Grandpa. Mike was the one that sent me to scare her away from Angry Grandpa because he's addicted to pills. So, like, there's been so many things that have happened that they just completely left out of the story. And, you know, they accused me of almost giving Angry Grandpa a heart attack. Like, I'm guilty for so much, and I will take responsibility for whatever the hell I actually did. But as for the stuff that they made up and lied about, like, I almost gave Angry Grandpa a heart attack, and they start crying inside of the video, like, they faked the suspension so much, just like they do with all the other videos, and they made me look like a piece of shit. Or how about the time that Angry Grandpa picked up a 24-year-old girl that just happened to have herpes, and he was having sex with her, and all of a sudden he finds out she's got herpes and she didn't tell him, so Dylan, go after her, go after her. You know, like, I'm not no uber elite hacker or anything, and that's what I was portrayed as. Oh, he's such a bad guy, he hacks people all the time. Like, no, I use 411.com to look up a first and last name, and 411.ca if you're in Canada to look up your first and last name. People got this, like, major story from these fuckers, and it made me look like shit. I'm telling you, I will answer any single one of your questions that you have. I was threatened with a lawyer that if I was to upload a video slandering their name, that I would get sued. Like, there's so many things that have happened, and they didn't include it in the story. They just wanted me to look like the big asshole in order to save their asses prior to getting exposed. Now, I can sit here and give you like a billion other things on the Green family, like how they call their subscribers sheep, how they don't even read the notes that people send them, they throw them in the garbage and keep the shit that they get. Like, there's so many things that I can say about the Green family. Like, there is so much, but I'm not going to. I've said enough. You know, I could give you literally thousands of headlines and I could make them look like the biggest pieces of shit on YouTube. Because they pretty much are. And go ahead, disagree with me, troll me, like, say whatever you want to say. You don't know them unless you've been to their house, unless you've dealt with some of the drama that they've been through, and like, you just don't know. And people take their word for it just because they have a large amount of subscribers, and those subscribers that they got, they made from making fake videos. You know what I mean? Like, every single Angry Grandpa Show video is fake. It's scripted. They improvise. Now, they're not even good actors. They're good bullshitters, yes, but as for acting, they fucking suck. Another thing I find hilarious is Mike's story on how he got together with Bridget. If you're not aware, Bridget was a minor. She was totally underage when they got together. Did you know that? So, I totally know that I'm gonna get this question. Why now? Why did you hide for so long? Why didn't you make a video right when it happened? I literally couldn't. I had police come to my house on 6 different occasions in 1 month. And that's due to the fact that Drama Alert, Keemstar, Gnomestar, whatever the fuck you want to call him, at the end of his video where I was called a stalker, he told people, like he encouraged people to find where I lived. So 6 different occasions we've had police come to my door. I'll tell you one story. This might be too much information. If you're eating, I apologize. I was in the middle of taking a shit, and I've got a window in the bathroom. Well, at my old place. So I've got a window in my bathroom, and I see somebody, like, in a reflective uniform, like, sneaking by the window, like, fucking ninja style, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I look out, and they've got guns and everything, and I'm like, whoa, 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 what the fuck? So I go out, and I open the front door, and I'm like, whoa, 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 is everything okay? Is everything okay? Get on the ground! Get on the ground! What the fuck is going on? I got swatted. A Canadian version of swatted at my own house. Karma finally bit me in the ass. But could I tell anybody about that? No, I couldn't. Why? Because then they would know that's my real address, and then they would send some more people over. Karma's a bitch, man. Don't be ordering pizza and like for anybody. Don't order escorts to anybody's house. Like, I feel so guilty for the people that I've done it to because it finally happened in full force at my house. Now, trying to explain to the police officers why I went viral on the internet and why people are trying to get me arrested and this and that, I looked like a piece of shit. So I had to show them the YouTube videos. I had to show them on 2 different occasions. The other 4 occasions, it was just 2 police officers that were showing up to my door. But it was the most awkward situation you could ever possibly imagine. Everybody on my street was outside taking pictures, wondering what the fuck is going on because they've got like my house surrounded by police officers. Like, it was completely fucked. But could I tell anybody? No! It totally sucked, but karma's a bitch. Don't dox people. Don't order pizza to people's houses, even if you think it's hilarious and it's not going to cause any harm, except for the business that loses out on $15 and $20. But man, karma is a... So now, I could go on and tell you like a billion other things about this angry grandpa situation, but I'm not going to just yet. I want you to leave your comments and questions down below. Any single question that you have, I will make a response video and I will answer every single one of them because there's just too much to talk about. So anything that you're curious about as for what the fuck happened, you know, anything, I'm going to answer it. Now, I'd like to send my apologies to the subscribers that I did have. I was nearly at 5,000 subscribers. By the way, 5,000 subscribers versus 2.6 million at that time. Maybe they've got more. I haven't looked at their channel in like 11 years. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't looked at their channel just because it like literally tears a hole in my stomach. Gouda cheese smelling fucking pieces of shit. Go ahead. I mean, you guys can like them as much as you want. I have my opinion. You're entitled to yours. But I don't like them one bit. I know how fake they are. I know that they call their subscribers sheep. I know that they do not read any of the letters that come to them. Like, just remember, I was in a Grandpa's Mail fucking episode, and the shit that he was reading, like, I had to read it because the rest of it was in the trash bin, and it's just not even worth it. Actually, to tell you the exact routine, they'd look to see if there's any money in it. If there wasn't and it was just a bunch of writing, then they'd throw it in the garbage. But if they had any, like, loot inside of there, or any goodies, or anything that was, like, worth keeping, they would keep it. Anything else, they just chuck it in the garbage. But if I were to get fan mail, I'd read every single one. I think it's awesome that somebody takes the time to sit there and write you a note. You know what I mean? I think that's awesome. Even though I'm not going to let anybody write me any notes, because if my address gets out there again, then the police are going to rape my news. Remember, guys, leave every single question that you could possibly ask down in the comments. I will answer every single one of them inside of another video.